My name is Andrew Newell. I'm the Managing Director of Cipher Surgical, and I'm here to tell you about a very exciting new technology in the field of minimally invasive surgery called the OpClear. We are dealing with a number of significant trends in surgery, risk reduction, economic benefits. We're looking at robotics, which is something which you'll all be familiar with from the media, and we're also into an area which I think is unknown here in the UK, which is competition for patients. The NHS tends not to compete for patients with other organisations, but in countries like the US, this is very much the case. And the OpClear deals to all these trends. In addition, we're in a very large industry, so $50 billion in size, and there's no competition for this particular device. We're the first to market, we have a significant first mover advantage. We're looking to target significant sales within a reasonably short period of time, and that'll drive a very good exit valuation for investors of between $150 and $250 million. The company the device is actually launched now in the UK. We're not a developing business, and it's about to launch in the US under an FDA clearance sometime in the middle of this year. The solution that we meet is in a field of surgery called laparoscopy. This is minimally invasive surgery through the abdomen, and this covers general surgery, for example, hernia repair, appendectomy, things of that nature, urology, gynecology, and colorectal or upper GI surgery. So it's a massive industry, something in the region of 20 million procedures. In laparoscopy, and you can look at the picture here on the top left, you'll see a surgeon. He's beaming an image of the operative site up on the screen. And this image is generated by a camera which is inserted into the patient. And the surgeon is manipulating his tools around the camera port to achieve his surgical effect. The problem with this camera is the lens gets covered in contamination. So soiling of all sorts, tissue, condensation, blood, fluids, smear, fat. And when this happens, the screen goes blank. And if the screen goes blank, the scope has to be removed for clearing. And this is something which breaks the surgeon's workflow, happens frequently during a procedure. We've calculated that a procedure can spend at least 37% of its time with suboptimal vision. And often this happens at a time of extreme risk, for example, when there's a bleed. To date, no one has solved the problem of clearing the end of a scope without its removal from a patient for washing until the OpClear. And the picture here shows you the OpClear. It's a device with two parts to it. There's a capital item and a disposable, single-use disposable, which fits to the scope. And the capital item controls CO2 and saline, which are used in a clever way to clear the end of the scope. And this gives you some idea of how it works. So on the left-hand side here, you'll see blood appearing on the camera lens. On the right-hand side, this is what happens when you use the OpClear and the blood is cleared away. In particular, the hospitals are looking for things which benefit the economic case in the operating room. We have shown that we can provide 66 hours of additional operating time during a year in a single operating room, and we can create savings of up to $70,000. And in a large US hospital, for example, with 30 operating theatres, that translates into very meaningful savings. Thank you very much indeed.